Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ingrid here, and I'm finally doing a video. And today I'm going to be doing the How Well Do I Know My Books challenge created by Jesse the Reader, so I'll have his video linked in the description as well as all the questions if you want to do this yourself. Before I get into the challenge, just want to say a couple of things. I'm filming on a new camera in a new room in front of a new setup, so we're trying this out. We'll see how it goes. I haven't really done anything with my books. I've literally just put them on my shelves. I haven't made it look pretty. I haven't added all my things. I have some Pop Funkos up here, but other than that I haven't added anything more on here. So I thought this challenge would be perfect because it's about what's inside the books, not necessarily that much like the shelves, and I don't really need to know where my books are. Another thing is, I've talked about it on Twitter, but I've been pretty sick lately, so if I'm not that energetic in this video, or if I have to take breaks or anything, that's why. But I really felt like filming today, mostly because I managed to comb my hair and I think it looks really good, but also I just felt like it. So I asked my Twitter friends for some numbers that I could do this, and I think I got enough. But if not, I'll just do like the random number generator because I believe there's 28 questions if I counted it correctly. So I'm gonna stop talking and get into the video. I'm looking at my phone because I have just this video up here, and then I'll also find the coordinates. But the first question is, without looking at the description, tell us what the book is about. I'm gonna start with some of the numbers I got from my friend Annika. I just asked her in WhatsApp to give me some numbers, and she gave me 3. So the first one is 3 and 6. Alright, so I got A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, and this one is illustrated by Jim Kay. This book I have read, and it follows a little boy who has a mom that gets sick, and the monster that is around where he lives. I don't really want to say anything else because it's better going into this not knowing so much, but if you're interested in picking this up, I highly recommend picking up the illustrated version because the illustration in here are just amazing. And I should have put my phone on silent, should probably do that. Just give me a little taste. Question 2, without looking it up, what is the genre of this book? I think I'm gonna be able to nail this one as well. Next coordinates are 5 and 13. So we got, should probably be in front. We got The Heart of Betrayal. It's book 2 in the Remnant Chronicles, and I haven't read this one, but I read the first book, and it's YA fantasy with a little bit of romance. It's so great. I think I'm doing actually really good. I thought I would completely fail on this challenge, but so far so good. Let's go next question. Without looking at the book, tell us what is on the cover. Okay, last coordinates from Annika is 7 and 24. So I got this book, and you can't really see it at the spine, or you can see, but it's in Norwegian. But it's Molly Moon Stops Time, if I just directly translate it. And the cover looks kind of like the spine with like, what do you call it, the shiny things. I just got this at a used bookstore the other day, but I read it when I was a kid. I know it has a pug on it, like it has her dog on it, but the dog does different things on different covers. I think in this one he's wearing sunglasses. Okay, I'm gonna see. Yes! I'm nailing this challenge. Next question is, without looking it up, what is the main character's name? I'm gonna head over to Twitter and take the coordinates of my lovely friend Sarah. She have 2 coordinates. The first one is 8 and 22, so let's do that one. And I already forgot what the challenge is. Name of the main character. Okay, 8 and 22. So my 8th shelf only had 21 books, and the number was 22, so I just went back to the first book again, and that is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. I haven't read this one, but I read the first one, and I know that the main character's name is Lara Jean Covey? I don't know how you write it, I don't know how to pronounce it, Covey. But her first name is Lara Jean. I believe so far I've done all the challenges. I am honestly so surprised. But the next one is really hard. Without looking, name a side character. Alright, we're gonna go with the other coordinates, 6 and 24. I got Extraordinary Means by Robin Schneider. And I read this years ago. I don't remember what the main character is even called. I'm just gonna have to guess. I'm guessing that side character is named Sarah. One of the characters is named Sadie. That was kind of close. Sadie and Lane are the names that I'm picking up on here. Oh, Nick. I should go with Nick. That's a pretty common name. I need to read this book again. I don't remember any of these. I'm not seeing a Sarah, and I'm just gonna assume that there is none. And then I have my first fail. We can redeem ourselves, I hope. Guess how many pages the book has without looking. If you guess 25 below or 25 above the number, you can count it as a win. Alright. I am not that hopeful for this one. So Kali's numbers next. So the first one is 714. It's a book I haven't read. So this is Ink by Alice Broadway. How thick are you? You're not that thick. Oh, see, I spilled something on the page and I haven't even read it. How's that possible? But you feel like you're over 300, but not that much more than 300. I'm gonna go with 315. Yep. How many pages are you? 366. Another fail. Alright, so things just went downhill, but let's keep going. Without looking it up, what rating did you give the book? If you land on a book you haven't read, pick a new set of numbers. I don't have that many numbers to choose from, so I'm just gonna go to the book to the right until I get one that I've read. But the numbers we're gonna choose is 3 and 21. So I got the collector's edition of Six of Crows. Now I haven't read this edition, but I've read Six of Crows, and I've read it twice. And the first time I read it, I gave it 4 stars, and the second time I read it, I gave it 5 stars. I am sure of it. Alright, so we're back. Starting to feel pretty good. Hopefully I can keep going and keep winning. Like, I'm only competing against myself, really, but let's see. Without looking, where does this book take place? So we'll go to Kali's last numbers, which is 1 and 2. We got Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jake Kristoff. I haven't read this. I just got it. I'm almost read on the back, but I know it's set at a flight academy because it follows Aurora. I don't know. It takes place in space in the future at a flight school. Let's see. The year is 2380. So it's ever in the future. The cadets of Aurora Academy are being assigned their first mission. It's definitely set in space. Is it a flight school? What type of school? I need to look this up. Because I got that it's in the future and that it's in space, but I feel like that's a bit too vague. So I'm gambling on the set at a flight school. Let's see if Goodreads can help me out. Somebody says a military academy. I'm not actually sure if I'm right or not. Counting this as a half win. That's not a complete lose, at least. So I'm confident that I can continue this. So, oh my gosh. Without looking, what are the parents' name? I'm gonna fail this one. Again, I'm gonna keep going until, what if they don't have parents, you know? I don't know, let's just find some coordinates and we'll deal with the problem from there. We'll go with Cam's number. Her first one is 6 and 13. Alright, I know there are parents in this one. This is Anne of Green Gables. Oh. And I haven't finished it. I put it down, but I really liked what I read. I feel like the dad's name starts with an M. Like Marcus or Matthias or something along those lines. I know I really like this character and I don't remember what the mom's name is. I'm gonna have to go out on a gamble here. The mom's name is Catherine. Let's go with that. So the dad's name was Matthew. So, you know, that's not too far off. But the mom's name is Marilla, so that was definitely far off. So unfortunately, can't really say I won this one. But I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep going. Without looking at the hardback, what color is the book under the dust jacket? Again, if I land on a paperback, I'll just keep on going until I get the hardcover. I'm going to go with 9 and 20. Alright, so I got my book. What was the color of the book? Trying to look at it. The book is called I'm not sure if you pronounce this Vega or like Vega. It's written by a Norwegian author, and I haven't read it, but I'm sure that it's red underneath. Yeah, that is. It's almost an orange, but it's definitely a red. So I'm back in the game. Next question is, without looking, is there anything on the hardback, like an imprint or an image of some sort? And the coordinates is 416. Okay, so I landed on my graphic novels shelf, which there is no dust jackets, so I'm just gonna go with the other one. I'll go back to 416 if I need more numbers in the end. But we'll do 725. So number 25 did not have a dust jacket, so I went to the next one with a dust jacket, and it's State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury. I haven't read this. I have no idea what it looks like underneath, so this is gonna be a wild guess. But I feel like most hardcovers don't have anything, so I'm gonna gamble and say that it doesn't have anything. It doesn't. Oh my god. That felt so good, especially because it was just luck. Right, next one is, without taking the dust jacket off, what is the color of the font on the hardback? Alfie sent me so many coordinates. She literally saved this video. So I'm going to start with some of hers. The first one that she said here is 620. I actually landed on a hardcover, which is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, and I have not read this. But I know I've taken the dust jacket off, and I remember, I think the hardcover itself is white, and I want to say the spine is either black or red. I'm gonna go with black. Yeah, I'm gonna go with black. I am crushing it. Oh my goodness. Another blank for me. I mean, it was kind of a safe bet, but I'm still gonna take it, you know. And next one is, without looking, do the chapters have titles or are they just numbered? Most of my books are unread, so this is going to be challenging. Let's see what other coordinates. 719. So we got God's Grave, and I read this a year ago, and I'm currently rereading Nevernight. And in Nevernight, if I'm not mistaken, the chapters have titles, so I'm gonna assume they do in this one as well. So I'm saying that they have titles. They do. I just pull up on chapter 10, and it says Secrets. I'm so happy that I actually landed on a book that I had read. And in all honesty, this is going like way better than I have. It went way better than I had expected. So I'm kind of just waiting for everything to go downhill. But let's go to the next one. Without looking at the book cover, does it have an award on it? This one I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get because I think I only have like a handful that does have stamps on. Pretty sure I'm gonna be able to get this one. But the coordinates that we're gonna use is 118. Alright, so the book that I got is Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman, and I'm gonna say it does not have an award stamp on it. I'm doing so good. This is, honestly, I was not expecting this. I was like ready to just have a laugh, but let's continue the streak, shall we? Okay, next one is a bit harder. It says, without looking, does this book have any author blurbs on the front cover? Let's do 5 and 16. And I literally landed on the only arc that I own. This is the Stormcrow. Not looking at the cover, just looking at the title. I haven't read this. Got it in Fairy Loot. Sounds super interesting though, but I'm gonna assume that it does not have an author blurb on the cover. Don't think it does. It does not. I feel like it looks like I really know my books, but in all reality, I'm just getting really, really lucky. Next question is, without looking, does the book have a description on the back? This one might be a little bit harder. Let's do 3 and 11. I forgot what the question was. I'm not looking at the book whatsoever. This is what the medicine does to me, okay? It makes my brain really foggy. Okay, does this book have any author blurbs? We already did that one. Does the book have a description on the back? Okay, so I can show the front. It's King of Scars. So I haven't read this one either. I want to say that it doesn't though, because she's such a famous She's such a famous author that I think the back is full of blurbs from her like other series, especially because this is set in the same world. In my head that makes sense, and then have the description on the inside flap. So that's my final decision. And they have a quote on the back. Does that count as a description? And then there's praise for the Grishaverse, which is what I thought they would do. So I guess it depends on if it says more on this inside flap, which it does. So I would say I was right, because a quote isn't a description, right? Right? Okay, without looking, does this book have an author photo? We're going on my graphic novel shelf, 415. And on my graphic novels, because I asked people to do numbers from 1 to 25, but I have more than 25 on here, so I'm only gonna count like the first one in series. Alright, I got Neverland. Don't think this has an author photo. I know like sometimes the graphic novels will have like a graphic, like a draw. Oh, English is so hard right now, I'm sorry. I know that sometimes they have drawn like a photo of themselves, but I don't think there's any in this. There is no author photo, so I was right. Without looking it up, is this author using a pen name? So I got another one on my graphic novel shelf, but I don't think anyone uses a pen name. I'm gonna go for it. 418. So I got Princeless, and this is written by Jeremy Whitley and M. Goodwin. I'm gonna say that they're not using pen names, but I'm not sure. Do they have like a little author description thing? They don't have anything about the authors. I'm just gonna assume I'm right, and then if I'm not, then let me know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure that they're not pen names. Next one is, without peeking, what point of view is this book written in? First or third? I have to think. First is like when you say I do. And then second is you do. Third is Ingrid does. I'm pretty sure. I'm not kidding. The medicine makes my brain super foggy. So let's see, 8 and 24. So the book that I got is Bones of the Hill by Con Eagledon. I've not read this one, but I read the first book in this series, and I'm pretty sure it's written in third person. If I'm right, that the third person is like Ingrid does this, Ingrid does that. Let's see. Yeah, Genghis came closer. Another one. Right, let's continue. Without looking, are there any pictures or graphics in this book? We're gonna go with 722. Alright, so the book that I got is Odensbarn by Siri Pettersen. This is a Norwegian book that I have not read. I'm gonna say no, because I don't remember when I flicked through it that there were any graphics in it. But then again, I haven't read it. But my answer is no. Let's see. There's like a little bird like on top of the chapters, but I don't think that counts as like graphics. Another one. The next one is Without Looking. Does it have an epilogue? 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 Epilogue. I know what I mean. So let's go with 9 and 21. We landed on yet another Norwegian book. And that is Stavanger Stories by Terje Torkelsen. And I haven't read this, but it's a collection of short stories, and therefore I'm gonna say it doesn't have an epilogue, since it's not like a full novel and it's really thin. So I'm gonna say that it does not have an epilogue. I don't know. It just says the end, but then it keeps going. Would that be considered an epilogue? Or is that the name of the story? I'm gonna take the book to the right of it. Is there a book to the right of it? That's a cooking book. Damn it. I'm gonna pick new coordinates for this one, because I'm just not sure if the end was the epilogue or if that's the name of the story. So the next here is 823. Ooh, this is not one I haven't read, but it's Always and Forever Lara Jean by Jenny Han. I'm gonna say yes, because it is the third book. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Let's see, please try not to spoil myself here. The acknowledgement. There is no epilogue. It's just chapter 41. Damn it. Oh well. Without looking, does this book have a prologue? Let's do the new numbers that just came in. That is 5 and 20. The book that I landed on is Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. And I'm trying to remember, because I haven't read this one, but this is book 1 in a trilogy. And if I remember correctly, City of Bones had a prologue. I might be wrong on that, but I feel like this has a prologue, so that's going to be my final answer. Maps. Forward. Is forward the same as the prologue? No, it is not. Yeah, not. That is not the same thing. Then there's a song. There is a prologue. Bam. For once, Cassandra Clare didn't let me down. Would you look at that? Without looking, is this book signed? I think I'm gonna get this one right as well, but the Fairylit ones can be a bit challenging because some of them are signed, some of them come with a sticker, and I'm not always that good at putting the sticker in the book. But other than that, I've only been to one book signing. So I think I'll be able to get this one right, but I'm out of numbers. So I need to Google random number generator. Let's first do between 1 and 9. 8. This shelf, and this one I'm pretty sure is 21 book. And generate, we got book 2. I've already had that one, so I'm not gonna take that one again. So I'm gonna do a new number. We got 11. 11. I forgot what the question was by now. But I got a book of poetry. Oh, if it was signed, this is definitely not signed. I can say that right now. Let's see. And it's not. There is no signature in this book. Without looking, do the page number have a design above or below them, or none at all? This one is probably going to be pure guessing. It says do a number between 1 and 9. Generate number. Got 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's 22 books on this shelf. We got number 9. I've already forgotten what the question was. Will the page number have the sign above or below? Or none at all. I have not read this book. Surprise, surprise. So this is These Rebel Waves by Sarah Rosh. So I'm just going to go on a limb and say they don't have any. Because I feel like most books don't. Let's find a page number and see. Oh, they do. Damn it. They have like a little, I think it's like a little flower design. I don't know if you can see the little design right there. Oh well. You can't win them all, right? Without looking, do the chapter headers have the sign on them? Number between 1 and 9. You got number 9. Guessing that there's about 25 books on there. Got number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got one of my many editions of Peter Pan. And I already again forgot what the question was. Do the chapter headers have the sign on them? Damn it, this is one of the Peter Pans I've actually read. I think I own 5 copies? Yeah, I own 5 copies and I read 2, and this is one of the copies that I have read. It's a children's book, so I'm gonna say yes, because I feel like middle grade and children tend to have more graphics in them, but I know this book isn't illustrated. I'm still gonna say yes. I'm nervous. I hate decal edges, it makes it so hard to like turn the page. Does not. It has titles, but there's no graphic. I was doing so good. Alright, there's only a couple more left. So I'm hoping I can do those right. We have actually 3 questions left. Let's see if I can nail them. Without looking, are the acknowledgements in front of the books or in the back of the books? I don't think I've ever seen them in front of the books. You can already know what I'm gonna guess. But let me get a book. Between 1 and 9, 2, so we're gonna be on this one. There's not that many books in this one. The number I got is 15. Oh, I just hit my. Oh my god. Alright. 15. I don't know if there is acknowledgement in this book. It's Christina. That's not what it is. I got the Christie's and then there were none. Another book that I have not read. This one's a bit harder because it is so old. This is the 75th anniversary edition. So it wouldn't be unlikely if the acknowledgement were in the front. But I'm kind of thinking that there is no acknowledgement. I'm going to say if there is acknowledgement, they're going to be at the back. It has an author's note in the beginning, and then I got to chapter 1. I am confused. It has an epilogue, and then it has a manuscript document sent to Scotland Yard by the master of the Emma Jane Fishing Traveller. Is that a point? I don't know. There was no acknowledgement in the back, but it was only an author note in the front. I'm not sure if an author note counts as an acknowledgement, but okay. I'm gonna say I didn't get this one. I'm sorry, Aria, but you need to stay up there, right? Okay, 2 questions left. Can I get these 2 right? Without looking, what year was this book published? Okay, this one could be kind of hard, but we'll see. Between 1 and 9, we got shelf number 2 again. Got number 19. I wish I landed on 18 because that would have been my favorite book of all time, so I would know when that was published. But I landed on Alicia Cook's Stuff I've Been Feeling Lately. Now, I bought this when I lived in Perth, which was 2017. But I'm gonna say that this was published in 2016 because I don't think I would have gotten it straight away. But no, I got it halfway through 2017 though, so like, And our other book got published in 2019. So how many years did it go in between? my gut is saying 2016, so I'm sticking with that. And let's see what this says. Oh, 2017, damn it. So close, it's so far away. So it's kind of been a train wreck, but let's see if I can get the final question right. Without looking, what year did you read this book? Okay, so if I land on a book I have not read, I'll just go to the right until I hit one that I have read. So first number is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I read most of these books. Please don't land on Twilight though. See, I got 22. So my camera died, but I think I managed to record that it was 2018, which is what I guessed, which means I'm quitting on a high note. I'm finishing on a high note. So that was it for this challenge. It was a ride for sure. I started really good. I was like crushing it so hard, so I'm kind of mad that it went downhill, but at the same time I'm really proud. There were some that I did not think I was going to get at all, so pretty proud of myself. I will have all the questions linked in the description, as well as the, oh my god, I'll have all the questions linked in the description, as well as like my social media and Jesse's video and whatever you usually find in the description. And if you want to do this, I tag you. I have not been very active lately, so I don't really know who's done this and who hasn't, but feel free to say that I tagged you. And yeah, thank you for watching this messy video. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.